Really not loving this. This is me up on the roof. That's down our chimney. And that over there is Tall St. Croix over in the distance. Yeah, I'm clinging on for grim death. Not liking this at all. I don't know what I'm doing up here. But yeah, got to fix the roof. As you can see, there's slip tiles on there. There's broken tiles down there. But yeah, got to do it, and yeah.
Hello. You be careful hanging out that window.
Yeah.
Just admiring the view. Kind of nice up here. Right, there's things I can automatically see. There's a slipped slate there. A couple of little holes. Blimey, quite a few little holes. Right, job in hand at the moment though is trying to get this aerial down. So we've got, where are we? Can't see. A couple of nuts there, very rusted, and a couple on the next pole up. I think I need to take them off and try and swing it over the side of the house. Although I could do with actually taking those two off at a time. Oh, it's going to be a bit trickier than I thought. Size of nuts, I don't know. Little, 8, 10. I'll bring a selection of spanners up.
Right, no, I don't do ladders. I absolutely hate ladders. This is a long way up for me. So, me sticking my head out this hole really isn't fun at all. So, alright, I'm getting there. Oh, crikey. Oh, suddenly got a lot cooler.
Mad, isn't it?
Oh, fresh air. Except I don't fit. Oh, that's a tight squeeze. That really is a tight squeeze. And they ain't nuts at all. They're split pins. I don't know what she's talking about at all. Oh, over there. Those nuts. Yeah, they're 10mm. No. Yeah, those nuts there, about 10mm. And this, I don't know, I can't, I'm photoepileptic, and the sun is pointing right at my face. And that aerial there, don't know if it's going to show up on film, but there's an aerial, and the problem is it points in a different way every day, whichever way the wind blows. And the lightning we're having at the moment is basically acting as a lightning conductor and blowing up everything in our house. We're going to stick a load of cable ties up through the roof with little flag markers. We're gonna send Mandy up, and that chimney over there, all the pointing's gone on that one, and that chimney there, that's redundant chimney, don't go anywhere now. That's a chimney that goes to the kitchen, and it's been blocked up, and there's actually a door underneath it now, so it really doesn't go anywhere. So yeah, that's a dead chimney. And yeah, that's where we got a 12 kilowatt log burner in the bedroom. So
Hang on. Aerial is down. So the reason we got rid of the aerial, the last really bad couple of thunderstorms we've had, the lightning has actually hit it. So we're thinking it's been kind of like a lightning conductor, so it's now gone.
Yeah. Massive lightning conductor. It points a different way every time the wind blows, doesn't it? It's a weather vane, isn't it?
Yeah. So that has now gone.
Yeah.
Bit scary.
Yeah.
Good fun.
Yeah, we just tipped it off the side, didn't we?
Yeah. Cut the bolts, threw it off the roof.
Yeah.
Job's a good one.
We've been hit 4-5 times by lightning since we moved in. We've lost 3 internet boxes, and as you can see, the cable is completely frazzled and it's burnt clean through at the end. So yeah, this definitely was a lightning conductor. Yeah, and it's a good job we've taken it down, really, because these joints are just totally loose. There's bolts broken, and the aluminium's fractured, and he's totally knackered, and the wire wasn't even connected to the aerial at all. So yeah, it's a good job we're taking this down, really. Yeah, it's dangerous. It was only going to fall on a car or something. So here I am, sat up in the middle of the cruise with my bum perched on a skylight. I'd like to say I'm not terrified of heights, but I'd be lying. And I've got to repair a crack in this zinc plated tin strip along the roof. And Mandy's off gardening somewhere, and the sooner I get it done, the better. I haven't got any tin, but I've got some repair tape for now, and I'm going to see what I can do before the nerves kick in, basically. Yeah, don't go away. Well, the view from up here is absolutely spectacular. I've almost cured my fear. Well, no, I'm still shaking. I've almost cured my fear of heights, but yeah, no, I haven't really cured them at all, really. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with my repairs. So I'm absolutely clinging on for grim death here. But yeah, no, it's still terrifying up here. It's an 11-metre drop, and yeah, it's a long way down. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with what I've done. Yeah, so I'll give you a quick show of what I've done. Yeah, this is the repair along the roof, and there's doesn't seem to be any more cracks in the roof along the length, but that's what we really like to get to, is that slip tile on the roof there, and there's several more cracked tiles along the edge there going down there, and we think that's where the water's getting in. But unfortunately those tiles we've picked up a couple of the broken tiles which are in the gutter, and they're so thin and so crumbling. We don't think this roof can hold the weight of a roof ladder, but we want to wait for the professional roofer to come round and see what he says. But yeah, this roof, particularly in the heat, is it's 150 years old, and it's pretty fragile now. So although it's doing pretty well for its age, I don't think it's probably got a few years in it left yet. Well, it's got a few years left in it. We got this project in our garden to encourage small birds, but we don't particularly want them in our loft, and we've just found the world's smelliest bird's nest. And as you can see, it's really old. Now, it's got bits of magazine from 1982. So yeah, it's really old. And it comes from up here. Excuse me, I really don't like heights. Probably mentioned that. Now, getting there. As you can see, this hole goes right the way through to outside. And this stone here is really loose. And that's how they were getting into our loft. So yeah, the birds have been flying around quite freely in our loft. So next job is, well, I'll see if I can mortar up and block up this hole somehow. It's a big problem. I'm not showing mortaring this. I've got to chip this piece of concrete off to get this stone out.
Why are you taking the stone out?
Well, you're seeing it.
Why are you not showing it in?
Well, if I could take this stone out, we could get... Well, this is a huge problem. I don't quite know what to do.
Show it in.
Yeah. This basically is a fire brick. But if I could dislodge this piece of concrete here... I could get it to settle, but I don't want to lose this brick. If I start chiseling this brick, we're going to lose this brick down the chimney. If I wiggle this brick out, I'll be a lot happier. And if I can chisel this brick off...
Do you want the hammer and chisel?
Yeah, and then I can show this in properly. But this roof beam is basically sitting on crumbling concrete. I'm just bashing it off. Alright, now I don't know if you can see that, but that is the problem we've now got. This split oak roof beam is sitting on a rather bodged up fireplace repair that someone put in probably in the 1950s, and that goes right through to the outside the house. Now the chimney is sitting on that. Now the chimney is now totally unsupported. Now this wooden beam here is basically the outside the house, and that's rotten and got a bit of woodworm in it. Now this brick here is obviously broken and fallen through into the chimney down below, which isn't good, is it? So we've got a bit of a problem, so I've got to go find a brick, see if I can wiggle it into that hole and show it in, or lime mortar it in. So job number one, go find a brick, and I'll plug up that hole there while I'm at it. Oh, didn't know I'd be doing this today. And obviously we've got to get up on the outside of the house, which is about a 9 metre rise, and plug that hole on the outside of the house. That's obviously one of the places where the bees and the birds were getting in. And well, they could have got down the outside of the chimney, because the chimney pots are missing as well. They'd fallen down the top and smashed. This is towards the centre of the roof. This is the bottom of the chimney, and as you can see, it's unsupported where a brick is missing. Now this would be the crest of the roof, and it's the wooden beam. And as you can see, it's all burnt where there's been a fire. Now that, well, that's not good, is it? So basically, well, you haven't got smell-o-vision, but it smells of burnt wood, obviously. So all the ash would have been coming up the chimney here. It took a right turn, come up here, and set the beam on fire. So yeah, they would have had a little fire here in the past. And as I was sweeping out to sort of put some new lime mortar in, yeah, it was all full of ash, as you'd expect. Yeah, so obviously all of this is burnt oak. Yeah, not good, eh? So yeah, previous fire, and as you can see, the fire actually came into the loft a little bit, and as you can see, some more burning marks. But yeah, that beam actually caught on fire. So we're going to have to find a rather large stone, or maybe some bricks. There would have been stone in here originally, but it's luckily about the same size as a sort of household brick. So I'm going to see if I can get some bricks and put some bricks in there and fill that gap. I'm going to have to leave it a day because this lime mortar isn't dry yet, but I've made a fairly level flat surface. I don't know if it shows up because it's quite dark up here, and we haven't got any power in the loft to create more light at the moment. But yeah, and I'm going to have to reach my arm in and lime mortar those gaps on the far side. But at least there isn't daylight coming in. Oh, just knocked the camera. Daylight coming in anymore, which there was. There we go. It's really hard to reach over to the other side and mortar in between the stones and bricks. I'm basically scraping all the skin off my arm, but well, I've done the best job I can. Yeah, gravity's basically taking hold of the mortar and dropping it straight down the chimney, and it doesn't help the fact that it's actually peeing down up here. But what I've done here is I've got a row of 2 bricks and stuffed them underneath the chimney. Before I started chiselling all the mortar off, a day ago, it looked pretty much identical to this. The only thing was, there was water absolutely streaming in when it rained. Yep, crazy, isn't it? The only difference is, there's now, 3 extra bricks behind here? And all of this is now, absolutely solid NHL 5 lime mortar. So yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? A structural surveyor would have looked at that 3 days ago and said, yep, solid, mate. Crazy. But yeah, that chimney could have fallen down at any time. I pulled all the stones out right the way to the bottom here in the end, because none of them were particularly good. And I filled it in with new lime mortar, NHL 5, which is a very hard setting mortar. And I filled it in all the way up to the top now with fresh stones from the garden. And yeah, it should set nice and hard and solid, all nice and solid, which should keep this beam really hard and secure now. So yeah, I think it's quite a job well done. I'm not going to rake it back or anything, but yeah, it's a job well done. I've just dropped my trowel off the roof, haven't I? So I couldn't do too neat a job, but it's a rain deflector. There you go, last job of the day. It's not a severe storm, but that is heavy rain. And my lime mortaring is drying out. I've done a thing. And also, up there, I don't know if you can see, but that's where my tape on the roof is, and my head's not getting wet. I've done a thing. It actually works. I'm so chuffed.
So, we knew the aerial had to come down.
Yeah,
and that's
we've done that.
We didn't know about the chimney.
That was a bit of a curveball surprise.
It was, but I'm glad we found it.
Yeah, that's all done and
it could have been
now.
a lot worse.
Yeah, that could have collapsed at any moment, really. So that's all done and dusted now. So next week, we're probably going to be back in the bedroom, sorting the bedroom out again.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so we haven't really decided. We've got electrics to do. We got the roof beams in the bedroom to do. We got a whole load of jobs to do. Yeah. So depending on what the weather's going to do next week, we're going to sort something out to do. So
we need scaffolding up the front to finish off the roof now. Don't we?
So
there's plenty to do in the house.
Yeah. So as usual, folks, give us a bit of the like and subscribe.
He likes that.
I love a bit of that. So we'll see you soon.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.